Patrick McNeil joining on the pregame show by Acadie-Bathurst T10 head coach Gordie Dwyer. Gordie, your club, like every other team in the league, making a number of moves at the deadline. Things seem to be going okay. What are your thoughts on your team's form coming into the trade deadline?
Well, obviously, it was a couple big moves for our organization in that trade period with the likes of Jacob Melanson and Riley Kidney leaving the organization and us having to move forward. Obviously, we were able to acquire some talent we feel that's going to help our organization over the next couple of seasons. And we brought in Will Bishop on defense, and we brought in Arsenault and Orr up front that can help us immediately. And then from there, we picked up some good draft picks and some futures. So we're happy with the moves, but ultimately we have to find our way now without Jacob and without Riley in our lineup. So it's going to be by committee now from us, from our group, and the auditions continue for ice time, and we've liked what we've seen so far.
You talk about Orr. How important is that to bring in older players too, just to show your team you still want to compete? And what are your early impressions on him?
We want to be competitive in this league, and considering the fact that we did move on two of the top guys in the league, we want to make sure that we have some players in our lineup that can help influence the outcomes of games. And you look at Robert Orr, and he's an NHL drafted player and a skilled guy, and he's had some experience in some of the top teams in the league, and we feel he's a player that can come in and contribute not only offensively, and everyone knows that part of his game, but we feel that he can come in and contribute to our team's success and on both sides of the puck, and he's done a pretty good job of that so far.
Two guys key to both the present and future for your team, Higgins Joseph Henneberry. Nice to see them acknowledged by NHL Central Scouting. Just talk about those two.
Yeah, I truly believe that those guys have pro potential. We've seen it at times this season. Joseph's a big guy that's going to lean on heavily here, especially in the second half of the season. We feel he's one of our top offensive players and a guy that does things well on both sides of the puck and is able to contribute physically as well. He's got that identity of being hard to play against, and his game continues to progress, and he's trending in the right direction. And you look at Higgins, and since his arrival in this league, he's only played over 50 or 60 games in this league so far, coming from Junior B, and his progression's been really good for us. And he's an offensive element for us on the back end, and a guy that really helps drive our power play. And you look at those guys, they have a lot of great potential, and good to have those guys in our lineup.
Sure, teams in Ontario kicking themselves the Higgins got away. You look at this Bathurst team, very strong on home ice this year relative to overall record. Obviously, you expect to be better at home, but why has the team been so good at KCI?
We want to be good at home, obviously. It's every team's goal. I think that we've been able to benefit from playing in our rink and playing in front of our fans, and it's led to a lot of success. So we're confident and comfortable at home, and we want to see our game continue to progress on the road here, especially with some of the changes in our lineup. But home cooking's been good to us so far this year, and we'll continue to work in that direction.
Like to zero in on the opposing guys, as you know, usually top forwards expect to see a fair bit of Conor Shortall on the Eagles blue line. Not sure how much you get to see him. It's been a while since the teams have played, but what do you make of Shortall?
He's just getting back. I know that he was missing for a couple games after his fisticuffs in Halifax and fared out pretty well. And he's got that side of the game to him. He's hard to play against. He's physical. He plays their brand of hockey, and he can contribute on both sides of the ice as well. Obviously, someone that we have to be aware of out there and someone that can influence the outcome of the game.
Yeah, forwards will know he's there in a hurry, I'm sure. Lastly, we look at the Eagles in general. It's been a long time since these teams have played each other, especially for a divisional matchup. Given that, what do you expect from a team that's almost unfamiliar at this point?
We expect their best. I know that they've been playing some good hockey of late, and they made a lot of changes as well over the trade period. There's always a break-in period for a lot of guys to come in and find their way, so we expect them to be at their best tonight, so it's going to be a good challenge for us.
We look forward to seeing it play out. Best of luck, Gordie. Thanks for this.
Thanks, Patty.